Ladies and gentlemen, we are live from the Isle of Man in the UK. This is Jon and Mikes MMA Corner.
Bellator has a cracking card coming up with pretty much a stacked main card, and one of the men on the card is Derek Anderson. Sir, you've got yourself a wonderful matchup against, well, I'm from the UK, I'm Mr. Paul Daley. Now, that is a great fight for you to get on in your career. You know, Paul Daley itself carries a lot of weight. You must be absolutely thrilled to be fighting in this bout, really.
Yeah, man, totally. I'm always thrilled to get my fights, man. That's how I make my money. So, you know, but yeah, definitely he's got a big name. I think it's a good fight for me. It's gonna be good for my career. I'm excited.
I was going to say, yeah, that's the thing. For your career, for your status, you get a feather like Paul Daley in your cap. That really can project you on the world scene. You know, a lot of people around the world, that will send quite a big shockwave, so to speak, because you get a name like that under your belt. You must have a lot of confidence anyway in your capabilities. Do you feel like everything's starting to click for you at the moment?
Yeah, no, definitely. I'm confident, man. I think he's a good. Stylistically, we match up well. Or for me, I match up well. He's a good match for me. You know, I think I'm better all around than he is. So I'm confident. Yeah.
I was going to say, did you take a lot out of his last bout against Diego Lima? Have you made a lot of notes about some of the things that he did wrong, so to speak?
Oh yeah, I absolutely looked at Douglas Lima's fight with him, and you know, kind of marked some things down to work on, and yeah, and I think my old style is just fine too. I think he's not gonna have anything for me. I've been kind of going back to my Muay Thai roots a little bit more, and that's where I'm gonna emulate the same kind of stuff that Douglas Lima beat him with. But also too, I've been, you know, I always keep fresh in my boxing, and I think I'm gonna beat him all around. You know.
Well, that was one of the questions I wanted to ask you about your training. What have you been doing of late, really? Since, you know, it's hard to really say fight camp these days because, you know, you're always wanting to stay in good condition. You're always wanting to stay in shape. Have you done anything particular to get yourself ready for Paul Daley? Because let's be honest, we all know Paul Daley isn't going to be shooting for the double legs for the whole time. Have you brought kind of guys in to kind of emulate what he will bring?
Yeah, like you know, having all my training partners try to emulate his style, and you know, capitalize on it as many ways as I can. And for new things in my camp I'm doing, I started going out to Flagstaff, Arizona, and training with my old Muay Thai coach. 10,000 feet elevation out there, you know, and he's the best Muay Thai coach around. So you know, I'm training at altitude, and I'm tightening up my technique, and be that night for Paul Daley.
Well, I was about to say, do you mention that altitude? I've got to ask, training at altitude, that must make a difference for your conditioning. You must feel a lot of confidence then when you're doing, obviously, your Muay Thai, when you're doing the pad work, and you're starting to get tired. You know you've actually got quite a lot of endurance in there because of that altitude training. Have you noticed a difference at all? Have you noticed it yourself when you're training? How much more you can get out yourself?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I'm always in pretty good shape. You know, and start getting close to the fight. About this time, I always start feeling like a superhuman. So, but yeah, that's only making it better. So, yeah, it's a good tool, man. I'm gonna make it a part of my camps from now on, probably.
Oh, right, okay, that's awesome, man. That you're going to incorporate it. Did it come about then? Getting to the altitude, is it just something that you wanted to do in the past? What was the reason for this?
Yeah, I mean, you know, altitude's obviously always great, and you know, like I said, my old Muay Thai coach lives out there, and you know, I linked up with him when I first started, and he showed me a lot of things, opened up a lot of doors, and I've got a lot of new coaches around me now that are great as well, but I still think he's great too. So I figured, you know, I was talking to him. I was like, hey, you know, he moved over to Arizona, and I figured, you know, I'd go out there and train with him. I wanted to get back with him for a while, and so I headed out there, and it's just the benefit of the elevation. That wasn't even my main goal of going out there. It's just kind of to tighten up my Muay Thai, and the elevation is another benefit.
Yeah, it just came about being the fact that it was in elevation, yeah, and it's kind of rubbed off. Being on this Bellator 163 card, the McGeary-Davis fight is a great main event. A title fight. There'll be a lot of eyes on the card. You get a great chance to showcase yourself. Bellator as well, they're making some fantastic signings themselves. The promotion, it's just under Coker's kind of reign, let's say, it's just gradually building up the momentum and steam. Does that excite you being signed with Bellator, the kind of matchups now that are on offer, and not only just now coming up with Daley, but future matchups for yourself for 2017? Is that something that kind of gets you excited as a competitor?
Oh, hell yeah, man. I'm looking forward. I'm trying to start getting noticed out there. I think I'm starting to earn my shot at the title down at lightweight, and even doing this at Paul Daley might put me up there in welterweight too.
Well, that's I was going to say, because you got Rory McDonald as well stepping up into the kind of welterweight division. Benson Henderson, I don't know if he'll venture back into the welterweight class. You've got some, big world names there as well. Man, honestly, I am for the welterweight division, the lightweight division of especially Bellator. There is some great matchups to make now, and the fact that guys with the way the weight cutting's going, guys like to sometimes not want to kill themselves to get to weighing scales. It offers a bit more of an opportunity to fight up different guys that you maybe wouldn't have thought would happen before in the past. For yourself, with the weights, with the weight cuts and stuff like that, are you finding it now more a case of, if you're feeling comfortable with your weight, you'll probably, you'll fight happy because you're happy with your body?
Yeah, for sure. I'm glad. I'm happy to test out the waters at 170 because. Yeah, of course not. I hate cutting weight down to lightweight, but I have figured it out pretty decently now, so it's not that much of a problem anymore. But still, it's not healthy, so I want to get my feet into 170 waters and see what damage I can do, and be confident in that. So it's really, cause I'm coming back up. I'll come back up to welterweight again eventually, but I'm gonna go back down to lightweight after this.
Look, there's nothing wrong with playing around with the weight classes, seeing how you're feeling them, and that's, sometimes just a trial and error. Look, I've decided that I'm going to try and see if I can weight cut by eating pizza. I think if I can bulk with a pizza, I think I have one slice a day of pizza. That might be, a way to do it. I'm trying to incorporate everything, the good things in life with weight cutting. Look, honestly, I am absolutely stoked for when I heard Lee McGeary and Phil Davis was getting announced, I was pumped already for that bout, and then the rest of the cards, they started tuning out the fights, and of course, being from the UK, keep an eye on Paul Daley, your name pops up. I know how you like to play the fight game. I've got some of the other matchups on that card as well, which got a lot of interest in my eyes anyway. But look, for yourself, for your career, Friday, November 4th, Bellator 163. That's your goal. That's all you're seeing right now. You're not that far away. You pretty much now have got everything tucked away. You're just now keeping yourself sharp, I imagine, before the fight. Just probably sweating off a few pounds here and there and just keeping yourself in good shape.
Absolutely. The fight's getting close now. This is my last week of real hard training right here. And then I fly out next week. And I'm going to get it in this week. And this is the week when I start realizing, oh, man, there's nothing anybody can do against me.
That's what I like to hear. Honestly, I can't wait for the card. And I'm sure other people around, not just the US, but around the world, will be looking forward to this card anyway. And before I let you go, let folks at home know what your social media is, if you've got a Twitter, Instagram, Facebook page, a MySpace, or whatever you've got, my friend. Can you put it out there so people can jump on to give you a follow and stuff like that?
Yes, sir. I got Facebook. It'd be Derek Anderson, DEREK. ANDERSON, and I'll be the guy with the black eye. I think it's my profile picture right now, or any other fighting picture that would be up there. It might be, probably me. So that's Facebook, and then Instagram is Derek Barbaric 1, and Twitter is Derek Barbaric.
Wonderful stuff, people. I will put this in the description below anyway, so you can all jump on and click on it. And look, what about your sponsors, my friend? You know, people helping you out in the fight camps. It's always important. The sponsors, they make a difference for the fighters. They always help. Who's been helping you out?
You know, I got a few different sponsors that help me out pretty consistently. I got Clinch Gear is getting me my shorts this time, and JTY Construction we helped me out, and I got a few therapy cryo salon, Lake Forest out here in California, and they're helping me out with my recovery too. You know, I can jump in their hyperbaric chambers or their cryo therapy machine, and I got a few more, but they got to pay me first. You know?
I like that. Hey, mate, I've used the hyperbaric chamber. It's awesome. I absolutely love it. The way you feel afterwards, your body feels great with all that oxygen. It's fantastic. Anyone who needs to get recovery in or recover from an injury, a hyperbaric chamber does wonders. And last but not least, man, give a shout out to your coaches, your training partners, people who have helped you out in the fight camp to keep you tip-top shape and, you know, sharp as a knife or samurai sword, let's say.
Yeah, you know, I got my team Explode, my original team, Coach Johnny Hughes, been with me for a time, bunch of great guys over there. It's like family, you know. I've been with Team Alliance, down in Chula Vista a lot, and like I said, I've been going out to Arizona. Frank Lone Wolf Banford is my Muay Thai coach. I got Bernardo Navarez is my boxing coach. He's great too. Brian Grandin, Jiu-Jitsu. You know, I got a lot of great coaches, man.
It sounds like you've got a great feel and team and vibe around you, and that's obviously going to lead up to this fantastic matchup. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, Bellator 163. Tune in. It's on Spike. I think it's the timings. I have no idea. I'm in the UK. All I know is going to be early in the morning, probably for me as usual. But either way, people, wherever you are in the world, tune in however you can. It's going to be a heck of a card.